Alright y'all, how's it going? Hey, this video ain't trying to promote no type of racism or anything or any type of prejudice, okay? But it just makes you wonder why. And I might try to poke fun at a little bit of culture here, okay? It's just jokes, okay? So, don't, nothing by it. So look, kind of like while all this stuff is going on here in the entertainment world, you want to really be careful about giving these doggone, athletes, actors, even some of these gang members, these criminals, okay, criminal and gang members, too much attention, okay, because really, in the end of the day, all right, for example, somebody like Big U or any of these guys that run mobs and things like that, okay, that they have sold out, you can see that they throw up pyramid signs, so they're in the craft, okay, and the few that do want to help, although, many of them don't, they're not going to do anything without getting something. So we're going to set that aside here, at least for right now, and talk about a couple of issues that concern me, because these guys, like I say, while this stuff is going on, sports and all that, the rules are changing like every day, pretty much in the White House and Congress. So I want to talk about here this doggone in the Marines, that they're threatening to put out Marines over some damn razor bumps, okay? So let me let you know something. Majority of the people that they're talking about that got razor bumps, okay, white guys got it too, but is targeted, okay, for black men, okay. White and Hispanics, they get them too, okay, but it's like that because the people that look like me are the most influential on the planet, okay? We're the salt of the earth, okay? If they were to have, I'm just asking a logical question, if they didn't have any black men in the Marines, would this even be a big deal? That's all I'm asking, okay? So, I found out that 66% of people that look like me in the Marines, they have a shaving profile. Now, that's basically saying that you can kind of like get a waiver if you got shaving bumps and things like that. So from that, okay, because of the texture of the hair, or maybe curly, and it may not be, it will react a different way if you have a typical razor blade, or if you got like an electric shaver, that kind of thing. Okay, so they get ingrown, and you're going to end up getting bumps. All right, even if you do use one of those hair things, or something to that effect. So you really ain't supposed to be shaving your head anyway. Okay, not with razors. All right, they got these head shavers and things like that, but even with those type of razors, you still could get bumps. Okay. Now, so that's what they're looking at doing. All right. Or if you can have a shaving profile and you get to stay in, a lot of guys like that, they're going to get promoted. They're going to wait longer to promote any guy that in the Marines that got a shaving profile. Let's just face it. If you look like me, you're probably going to be the least favorable to be promoted. Okay, even if you are performing excellent, even if you are a great soldier, things like that. Okay, so I went through something like this in Korea back in like 2004, 2005. Okay, actually, it's been like 20 years ago, right around this time. Okay, that I was in Korea. And it started coming out with all these rules about the dress code and things like that. Okay, when you leave the base and when you go out and things like that. I do remember, like, it was things like your socks couldn't be like above like the ankle and things like that, and your t-shirts, they couldn't have like the muscle type that cut off right at the the top of your shoulder. Okay, that they had to be like regular t-shirt. You couldn't have like the athletic shirts and things like that, and your hats, no do-rags, the hats and things like that. When you had your baseball cap, it had to be straight. Okay, they couldn't be to the side or anything like that or backwards. It had to be straight. Which really didn't bother me because I really didn't wear like baseball caps and things like that. I really didn't wear like do-rags or anything. I wore do-rags, probably when I went out, maybe a certain type of, not really, a certain type of do-rag if you dress up, that kind of thing, but it really didn't bother me, so I just did what I had to do. I mean, I probably wore like a khaki shirt or something like that when I was there, particularly like when I went out. T-shirt, really nice, at the time I had Coogee and I don't know, Iceberg and that kind of thing. So it really didn't have that, like cut off over there at the shoulders. But many people, they felt, they protested against that and felt as though the rules were against like black men, okay, like targeted for black men, okay, because really they didn't stress any, hardly anything with females other than if it's a uniform type thing or whatever, okay, like you could wear earrings if you didn't have your uniform on and things like that, and your nails not too long, but that's a uniform thing anyway, okay. So to me, that's just another reason with these damn razor bumps to put more brothers out of the military, okay. Particularly we're talking about the Marines, okay, and I won't be surprised in other branches, if other stuff is being conjured up, okay. So that's just the way that I feel about it. They're gonna, if this is something that stands, I believe they're gonna lose a lot of good soldiers, and then next thing you know, they're gonna lose too many of them, and then go end up trying to call them back, just like they're doing your government sector jobs and things like that, okay? Firing them, and now they're trying to get them back, to get them to come back, and some of them are not coming back. But I'm pretty sure, let's just say that, okay, if white guys get like head lice, okay, well, can you get put out for that? It's something to think about. Or any other skin condition. Why just the razor bumps? So shout out, I was looking at the ABC News, and Lisa Cabrera, she put out this information here. So shout out to her, and this makes me want to give my side of the story. Let me know what you think about the video here. Cash App $Winston Spivey if you want to donate. You know what to do.